Welcome! Today I bring you another Plastic League challenge powered by violence. Join me on this one to see what horsemen can do, in this particular case Abbasid horseman. The rules of this challenge are very simple. Whatever my opponents decide to do, I can only make horsemen. Me and my new best friend, Unported, who is playing as the English, will clash against Parts, who is also playing English, and Sharak, who is playing as the Mongols. Probably, the last time I played Abbasid you still queued fresh foodstuffs from the House of Wisdom, so it has been a while. Nevertheless, I'll figure this one out. I just need to age up and get me stables, the rest is horsemen. Literally, while my scout was, well, scouting, I found the Mongol player Helloooo and I managed to grab a few sheep along the way. Since Abbasid have improved gathering rate from berries, I split up some villagers between the sheep and the berry bushes. I had no plan on what wing to choose upon aging up, so after reading through the different researches I opt to age up with the economic wing, reason being I'm not focusing on infantry, therefore the 15% hit point bonus would be no bueno. Also, this is a horseman challenge, would make no sense to get the 2 spearmen plus the single archer. I'm not gonna trade, so trade wing is also a no-go. So even though I haven't done the math, it is 20% off 3 blacksmith upgrades versus 25% off all houses and economic buildings. I figured the latter would be more efficient, since I'm planning to go feudal all in. So economic wing it is. While gathering wood from straggler trees I see the con, so I give my vills some bow and arrows, and send them into the town center to do some shooting. Thanks for the 2 sheep, Sharak. Cheers, mate. When I reach feudal, I research fresh foodstuffs and Fertile Crescent, the tech that will reduce the cost of houses and economic buildings such as mining camps and mills by 25%. I also start adding my stables. Earlier when I took the con down, I had my scout deliver the sheep to the mill and send him back to scout the Mongol player. I was curious to see what sort of production buildings he built next to his Helloooo. I see he is still queuing to feudal and no production buildings whatsoever are found. As I had enough wood to build 2 more stables and a blacksmith, I start to fix the macro to have an easier time pumping out horses. I have another set of berries behind my base, so they are game. It was all smooth sailing until I saw the King of the Woods. Second time I played this map, not sure if it is always this biome, but first time I see the enchanted stag. There was some quest about it, but I had no clue what it was, so I resorted to violence. As you know, it is not the question, but the answer. In the meantime, Golden Age Tier 1 kicked in, horse family is growing and the off and def upgrades are being researched at the blacksmith. I had set the rally point of the horses close to the enchanted stag grave and 2 of them see Con the second. Con makes some smoke sign, horses didn't like it. And that was the last time we saw it. RIP Con the second. But things are about to get crazy. Don't forget we are playing Plastic League, lads, so, while gathering them horses, I stumble upon Sharak's silver tree. I saw him build it, but I never thought he would have the audacity to send it to my side of the map. That's bold, but we all know how that ends, don't we? After a Need for Speed Most Wanted pursuit run, the landmark became ashes. And I immediately send the horses straight to Sharak Helloooo. Plastic League never ceases to surprise us. Here, we have it all. Outstanding plays, boldness, unpredictability, low. On their way to the Helloooo, the horsey gang met Con the Third. Con the Third, rest in peace. So, I've only played this map once so far, second time playing it, and the thing that stood out the most for me, once the fog of war was removed last time I played on it, which was an archer-only challenge where I played French versus a tough HRE opponent, link in the description, was the fact that the sacred sites are in the middle of the woodline. You need to chop through it to get to the sacred sites. Well, I kinda had forgot this small huge detail. Since I had destroyed one of Sharak's landmark, I figured I could take down his town center and push for the landmark victory. After removing the Helloooo from the map, I find some of his villagers and I see some stone wall that I will ignore since my horses can do nothing against it. I figured he had his town center walled off, but Parts, the English foe had both his landmarks well exposed and within reach of my horses. After targeting a few houses of parts, I charged towards his council hall, who has become ashes, so town center is the next target. I keep spamming horses. I even check on Imaduher's base, because I haven't seen other units than villagers so far, so I'm finding it really weird that there are no enemy units. What I can see I tear apart, and I have to wait for my new best friend to make some kind of siege to tear or climb them stone walls because horses and stone walls don't quite match. And so he does. Out of nowhere, Shirak, the Mongol player, reached Imperial Age. Wololo. My new best friend made a few rams and we are slowly but surely advancing further into the enemy line. Since I had enough resources to age up to castle, I do so. Now, it does make sense to get the culture wing for the 20% off tech research cost. 16 minutes in, a really weird game so far. I'm thinking 3 landmarks down, 3 to go. I see Shirak's town center, and only now, after the damn sacred site warning, I realize what the enemy team is up to. This is Plastic League at its best. Enemy team is going for a sacred site victory. Who will prevail? Our ruthless landmark victory or the enemy bold and unpredictable sacred site victory? Let's see what we are up against. Upon entering the center area of the map, I send my horses right away to Shirak's Kurultai. And to try and put a stop on the sacred site victory timer, I send a few hand-picked horsemen to control one of the sacred sites. I see Shirak has some navy going on. With the heat of the battle, I'm thinking only about ending the game ASAP, and I see a town center. Obviously this is not a landmark, but I make it go boom nevertheless. Right after that, I see Shirak's white stupa. That's how we close this game, lads. The enemy team still has hold of both sacred sites, but with about 50 horses the white stupa stands no chance. I add in a few farms to entertain some AFK vills, and there it is. No landmarks left on the enemy side of the field. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you play Oasis and go for a sacred site victory, make sure you make a ton of spears because some crazy Abbasid horses will make your nightmares come true. If you're interested in this type of content, go check out my other videos. If you found this one amusing, I'm sure you'll like the others. Look at that. I got me stag monument. Giggles.